Skyscrapers and earthquake zones aren't built to be rigid. They're designed to flex and absorb shock. That's true resilience. These towering structures, often seen as symbols of strength, actually survive not by resisting every force, but by yielding just enough to stay standing. Their secret isn't in their hardness, but in their ability to move with the world around them. When the ground shakes, it's their flexibility that keeps them from crumbling. In a way, these buildings teach us a lesson about what it really means to be strong. True strength isn't about never bending. It's about adapting and growing stronger under pressure. Like a tree that bends in the wind but doesn't break, or an athlete who stretches before a big event. The ability to adapt is what allows us to endure life's storms. Flexibility is not a weakness. It's a hidden power that lets us recover, rebuild, and even thrive when challenges come our way. Our bodies and minds work the same way. Just as we train our muscles and stretch our limbs, we can also train our minds to be more resilient. Practices like yoga, meditation, and group exercise help us build not just physical flexibility, but mental and emotional strength as well. When we challenge ourselves, we discover new limits and then push past them. Muscles grow from strain, not rest. Every time we lift a weight or push our bodies, we create tiny tears in our muscles. It's the process of healing these micro-injuries that makes us stronger. Without that initial discomfort, there would be no growth. The same principle applies to every area of our lives. Progress is born from challenge, not from comfort. Our immune system strengthens by facing threats. When we encounter viruses or bacteria, our bodies learn to defend themselves. Vaccines work by exposing us to a small, controlled challenge, teaching our immune systems how to respond. Even regular exercise and exposure to the outdoors help us build resilience, preparing us for whatever comes next. Pain is not defeat, it's a signal that growth is happening. That burning sensation in your muscles, the ache after a hard workout, or the mental fatigue after solving a tough problem. These are all signs that you're pushing your boundaries. Pain is the body's way of telling us that we're in the process of becoming stronger, faster, and more capable. Yet we spend our lives avoiding discomfort, missing the very experiences that build real strength. Pain is information. Too often we shy away from anything that feels hard or uncomfortable, not realizing that these moments are opportunities for growth. By avoiding challenges, we deny ourselves the chance to become more resilient, more adaptable, and ultimately, more fulfilled. It shows us where we're weak, what needs work. Pain highlights our vulnerabilities, but it also points the way forward. Whether it's a sore muscle, a mistake in a game, or a setback at work, these signals help us identify what we need to improve. Instead of ignoring them, we can use them as a roadmap for personal development. Those who become unstoppable don't avoid pain. They listen to it, learn from it, and use it as a guide. The most successful people aren't the ones who never struggle. They're the ones who embrace struggle as part of the journey. They see every challenge as a lesson, every setback as a stepping stone, and every bit of discomfort as a sign that they're on the right path. Treat pain as a mentor, not an enemy. When we shift our perspective, pain becomes a teacher, one that pushes us to grow, adapt, and reach new heights. With the right mindset, every challenge becomes an opportunity to learn and improve. This is the unseen engine of all meaningful progress. Growth is rarely comfortable, but it is always worth it. When we embrace discomfort, listen to what it teaches us, and use it to fuel our journey, we unlock the true power of resilience and set ourselves on the path to lasting success. Every worthwhile journey demands a toll, paid in effort, in time, and in the willingness to keep moving forward even when the path grows steep and uncertain. No matter who you are or where you start, the road to any meaningful achievement is paved with challenges that test your resolve. Perseverance, grit, and pain are the currency you must spend. The sweat, the early mornings, the late nights, and the moments when you want to quit. These are the hidden costs that every dreamer must pay. No one gets a free pass. There are no shortcuts, no secret doors, no way to bypass the toll booth that stands between you and your goals. Everyone, no matter how talented or lucky, must stop and pay. The struggle, the setbacks, the doubts, these are the price of admission. Every failure, every disappointment, every moment of self-doubt is a toll collected along the way. These moments can feel overwhelming, but they are universal. Look behind any success story and you'll find years of rejection, failure, and private despair. The world only sees the highlight reel. But the real story is written in the quiet hours of struggle and the relentless pursuit of improvement. The pain isn't a flaw. It's a filter. It's the test that separates those who are merely interested from those who are truly committed. Pain reveals your true intentions and forces you to confront what you're willing to endure for your dreams. It separates those who are truly committed from those who aren't. Many will start the journey, but only a few will keep going when the going gets tough. The road narrows, and only the determined remain. When the road gets hard, only those with a deep reason to continue will pay the price to keep going. Pain tests your intentions. It asks you again and again, how much do you want this, and waits for your answer in action, not words. It burns away superficial motives, leaving only true resolve. The easy reasons fall away, and what's left is your core purpose, the thing that keeps you moving when everything else says stop. When you hit that wall, don't turn back. The wall isn't there to defeat you. It's there to see if you're willing to find a way over, around, or through it. Obstacles are not the end. They are the proving ground. See it as a sign you're on the right path. The presence of difficulty means you're moving beyond your comfort zone, into the territory where real growth happens. The toll booth is a landmark, not a barrier. It's a signal that you're progressing, that you're reaching a new level. Every toll paid is a step closer to your goal. The real question, are you willing to pay the price? Are you prepared to keep going when it hurts? When it's lonely? When the outcome is uncertain? That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. Recognize pain as a necessary part of the process. It's not a punishment, but a rite of passage. Each ache, each setback, each moment of doubt is a sign that you're in the arena, fighting for something that matters. It's not meant to stop you. It's the gateway for those who are truly dedicated. If you're willing to pay the toll, the road ahead is yours to claim. The overnight success is a myth. Behind every sudden triumph is a decade of invisible effort and failure. The hit song, the viral app, the breakout role, all are built on years of rejection and struggle. The myth is dangerous because it makes us doubt ourselves when our own journey is hard. Success isn't a lottery, it's a process of accumulation, thousands of small, painful steps. Each failure is a brick in the foundation of achievement. The people we call overnight sensations simply endured the process in private. Your struggles aren't signs of failure, they're proof you're on the right path. The most resilient people turn pain into power. Setbacks aren't just to be endured, they're raw material for growth. The sting of failure reveals exactly where we need to improve. The key is to ask, what can this teach me, instead of why me? Painful experiences contain lessons, but only if we're honest and willing to learn. Blaming the world gives away our power. Taking responsibility gives it back. Each failure, properly analyzed, becomes a stepping stone. Over time, you build a library of hard-won knowledge. Experience isn't just time passing, it's learning from pain. That's the alchemy turning setbacks into the fuel for a better future. Every journey has a breaking point, a moment when quitting feels easiest. But that wall is often an illusion. The next step is the tipping point. Most people stop here. The pain filters out all but the most committed. Breakthroughs happen when you push forward, even when it hurts. It's not about heroics. It's the quiet decision to not give up yet. Like a rocket burning most of its fuel to escape gravity, the hardest push comes just before you break free. The greatest resistance comes right before a breakthrough. Pain is a sign you're pushing against a real boundary. If you're at your limit, you're closer than you think. One more step could change everything. Ulysses S. Grant's path to greatness was paved with failure. Before he became a household name, Grant was a man who knew the sting of disappointment more intimately than most. His early life was marked by a series of setbacks that would have broken the spirit of a lesser person. He was dismissed from the army for drinking, struggled to provide for his family, and failed in one business venture after another. In the eyes of his peers, Grant was a lost cause, a man whose potential had been squandered, whose future seemed destined for obscurity. But when the Civil War erupted, the nation's darkest hour became Grant's moment of transformation. While others hesitated, Grant's refusal to accept defeat set him apart. He saw opportunity where others saw only disaster, and he stepped forward when others shrank back. At Shiloh, after a disastrous first day that left his troops battered and morale shattered, Grant didn't retreat. The easy choice would have been to withdraw, to accept defeat, and save face. But Grant was made of sterner stuff. He famously declared, "Lick 'em tomorrow, though." These simple words captured his unbreakable spirit and his belief that setbacks were never the end of the story. Grant saw pain and loss as the price of victory, not a reason to quit. He understood that every triumph is built on a foundation of hardship, and that true leaders are forged in the crucible of adversity. Instead of dwelling on setbacks, he focused on the opportunities that lay ahead. Grant's mind was always searching for the next move, the next chance to turn the tide. His willingness to endure pain and keep moving forward made him unstoppable. He pressed on through exhaustion, doubt, and overwhelming odds, inspiring those around him to do the same. Grant's strategy was simple: outlast the pain, and you outlast the enemy. He knew that victory often belonged not to the strongest, but to the most persistent. Critics called him a butcher, accusing him of being reckless with his men's lives. But Grant's resilience and determination ultimately won the war for the Union. He understood that progress sometimes comes at a heavy cost, and he bore that burden with unwavering resolve. He turned every defeat into fuel for relentless advance, learning from each mistake and growing stronger with every challenge. Grant's story is a testament to the power of perseverance. The path to victory often runs straight through failure. Grant's life reminds us that embracing defeat is not the same as accepting it. Instead, it can be the very thing that propels us to greatness. J.K. Rowling's journey was built on pain and rejection. Living on state benefits, struggling with depression, she wrote Harry Potter in stolen moments. 12 publishers rejected her manuscript. Each no was a blow, but she sent it out one more time. That final submission changed everything. Her persistence wasn't from lack of pain, but from belief stronger than pain. She didn't avoid failure. She endured it. Success is often just on the other side of rejection. To become unstoppable, we must see pain as a teacher, not an enemy. Pain is pure feedback. It points to weaknesses and areas for growth. The pain of failure, tough conversations, or physical strain all teach us what we need to improve. The key is to shift from emotional reaction to analytical inquiry. What is the lesson here? This transforms setbacks into detours toward better paths. The Stoics called this the art of acquiescence, accepting reality and finding opportunity within it. We can't control what happens, but we control our response. By choosing to learn from pain, we shape it into a tool for growth. This mindset is what makes someone truly unstoppable. All this knowledge is useless without action. The only way through pain is to take a step, no matter how small. The first step breaks the inertia of despair and starts momentum. It's not about giant leaps, it's about showing up, even when it's hard. Don't wait for inspiration or for pain to disappear. Act anyway. Moving forward even an inch changes your identity from stuck to moving. Focus on the next small step, not the whole mountain. Make it so easy you can't not do it. The journey isn't about being unstoppable overnight. It's about refusing to be stopped today. That's where it all begins. Take that step. The rest will follow.